You're delayed.
Can you guys hear me?
Yeah, I can hear you.
It sounds good to
All
me.
right. Yeah, it looked like I got it. I don't know. For some reason, all of a sudden, the Wi-Fi here decided to act up. Let me turn my camera off and see if that helps.
I think we're on live too.
I know, right? So look, so here we go, man. We might as well jump into it, man. Let me see if I cut my camera off. Can you guys still hear me?
Yes, sir.
Yeah.
Jose, I mean, Gene, you got real low. You went away from the.
No, I can hear you. Can you hear me?
Yeah, I got you. All right, fellas, man. Look, it's week one is upon us, man, and I know we started a lot later than what we originally would have expected in terms of doing a podcast, man. But better late than never. And so I figured we just jump into it, recap some of the Thursday night junk, and preview a few of the notable games, and then any updates on injuries. We could touch on that as well. And I told, and then we'll end on any I call it ballers versus Bamas. Anybody that you think gonna outperform today, and anybody that you think may disappoint. 1 to 3 people. But let's get into it, man, and let's see what's good. But look, let's before we do that, y'all got any news or notes? How y'all feel about your teams, man? Like after game one, y'all feel like y'all still in the running, or y'all disappointed already? It's all praise.
For me, man, I felt like I did good. Well, I didn't pick anybody for that first game, but I kind of had an idea who was gonna like show out and who wasn't, and I feel like I did good on that. I really didn't believe in the Rams this year. They looked a little bit dysfunctional, but yeah, that Buffalo looks for real.
Look,
Yeah.
so I think, hey, Jen, I think before we get started, I think we need to point out the fact that Jose had made a prognostication early on in the game about Allen, Josh Allen.
Yeah, he made it.
That didn't age well.
What was it? Some reason like that's why he didn't draft him. Like
That's why
talking
I
about
drafted
how
Josh
terrible
Allen.
he was playing.
So for everybody, look, everybody was watching. Like last year in our fantasy league, I had picked Josh Allen and Dak, and they were up and down. They were not consistent. They did well. They did good in the fantasy points, but they gave me stress the whole season. So I said in the text message to the team, I was like, man, I'm glad I ain't draft him. 10 minutes later, he started going off, rushing, touchdown,
I
going for
feel like
300 yards. I'm like, man, I
I
shouldn't have
feel like
said
it
that.
was too early. Actually, you said that's why I didn't draft him. That made
Yeah,
it worse.
that's why I didn't draft him.
You was like, yo,
Yeah.
it was like you had, yeah, Josh Allen gonna always be a fantasy monster because the passing and the rushing. You know what I mean? Even when he throw a couple picks a game, he gonna run for a touchdown, throw for 2 or 3. So he gonna always be a fantasy monster. So
Yeah, but
it's just a
he's
matter of time, man.
too much stress for me.
Yeah, he was up. He was up 31-10 in the fourth quarter with 4 minutes left, still running keeper plays, yo. Like it was crazy.
That's what I was saying. I was like, hold up, they bold out here, aren't they?
Yeah, it was crazy. Rodney got a delay on this mic, but yeah, it's crazy. It was crazy.
So we got first game day jitters with the Wi-Fi. I'm gonna be the man in like the Dark Knight.
Right. But to your point though, Rodney, I had Cooper Cup first pick, and he came out like he ended last season. So he did me good in the one league. I got the podcast league with the head-to-head matchup. I'm doing pretty good right now with Cup. I had Dawson Knox at tight end, man. He only gave me one catch for 5 yards, which was surprising. So I only got a point and a half off of him.
That's a lot of expectations for Dawson Knox to show out this year.
Yeah. Man, I thought he was going to at least, get a 7-8 targets, maybe 4 or 5 catches, maybe even touch, but nah. So, but Cooper Kupp more than made up for that loss there. So yeah. So
what's up,
Yeah,
man?
Kupp's on a whole different level now.
So the one thing I noticed, and I meant to ask Jose about this because I didn't know. I think I did ask you about San Francisco's backs. So one thing I noticed that when you're in these 14-team leagues, it's almost better to have 2 backs that play on the same team that run back a committee than it is to draft a back early, and then by the time you get to another back, he won't even be like a primary contributor to his team. So with that said, in one league I drafted Zeke and Pollard because I'm in 2 14-team leagues, which I think should, actually be a payoff for me this season. But I was trying to figure out who was the second, like what other team has a dual back,
Miami, Cleveland, San Fran,
really good.
Green Bay. Because like
So
Green Bay, you got Aaron Jones and
Cleveland's one of them.
AJ Dillon. Yep. You got
Right.
Chubb and Hunt.
Green Bay and Cleveland stick out to me.
Okay, because I wanted to make it my strategy, but by the time I got back to team second backs, even they weren't there, or I couldn't figure it out. Like, so I got Mitchell for San Fran, but I couldn't figure out who the second back was.
Wilson. Jeff
Okay.
Wilson. But you have Zeke and Pollard are two. They're two good backups. Like not backups, but good 2 tandems.
Right, and that's what I did on purpose on that league because obviously I knew that one, but in the other league I'm in, I wanted to do the same thing, and I got Mitchell first and couldn't figure out who to get next.
Then you got so Miami, you got Chase Edmonds and then Mostert. Like I was trying to sleep. I already told everybody out there, I already sent a message last year when they picked up McDaniels. I said they're the teams to watch. That's my team that I'm going to watch for fantasy points, and I'm going to be picking a lot of them players from that team throughout the year. So you may say it's odd or whatever, but trust me on that. Sleeper King has spoke. I think Terrence is on.
Yeah, he. I just saw. Look, we got questions already. All right, so look.
I like that.
Let me bring Terrence in here real quick if I can get him on.
Good morning.
What's up, T?
So good to be back.
Yes.
So good to be back. Let's go.
We got the team back again.
You know what I mean? What's up, you?
So look, we were just going through Jose's prognostication.
Text message
on Josh Allen.
Oh, yeah, that was
yeah.
That was funny. You were so proud. He was like, see, that's exactly why I drafted. See?
Right. I said it with my chest and everything.
He was super proud.
Hey, but I can't say nothing. I named my whole team after Cam Akers, so.
Yeah, I was about to bring that up too later on. I was like, man, went out for a donut.
Right.
He did a donut? He didn't do anything?
I don't know.
Nothing.
No.
Coach was like, he's garbage.
Oh man.
How y'all doing? I'm headed. Well, I guess only one game, so it doesn't really matter. Your head-to-head matchup.
I'm looking good. I'm gonna win it all this year.
Look, you know how the league they tell you your chance of winning. Y'all got a good chance of winning. Y'all favored to win your matchup even after Thursday night.
Yeah.
No, I'm actually not favored, but I still believe I'm gonna win.
Yeah, I'm up 40-8, and that still has me losing by 1 point. So,
damn.
I hope this year y'all excited about the head-to-head because now you get to compete against another person and talk and then when we come up here, we can really talk when we facing each other. I'm facing I think Richard Reasonable has a good squad, and Zeke Headbangers got a good squad too, and all season champs. I think those are the top three.
Let me just say it now. I'm not excited.
Yeah, right. Yeah,
I just keep feeling like I'm gonna have some random weeks where my team just don't show up for some reason, and I mess around losing somebody that scored 90 points.
Yeah, I'm saying the head is kind of flukish, you know, because you got
Yeah.
the best season, you got the most points all season, and you can finish like 4-13 just because
Nah, not that bad.
that was hot that week, yo. like all you gotta do is reach like the high person. You could be consistently mediocre or average all year and have a great score at the end, but you could play somebody that was hot that week and lose.
I think it averages out. I mean, I think it's enough games where you don't see it like that, the most point. And even if that did happen, did that mean you probably had a team who dropped 250 one week and then the next week they drop 70? If it's like that. But if you consistently dropping 130, 140 based on our settings, you're gonna make it to the playoffs. And that's all you. I mean, I like this because of the playoff format. Like, because now before it was like I had to be number one. Now it's like I just got to get to the playoffs. And to me, that's more realistic to most professional sports. Is you just need to get to the dance. So
yeah, but the flip side to that though is that depending on the gap between, let's say, 6 and 1, right? You could be in week 12 and be 150 points behind 1 and still have a shot at 1, as opposed to being, let's say, whatever the cutoff line is for the playoffs. You could be like mathematically out at week 12 or 13, and now it's no reason for you to keep pushing.
It looks like we got some people. Look like we got some people on questions, Rube.
All right, so we got let's see here real quick. So we got first question, 2 out of Sutton, and it says pick 2 out of Sutton, AJ Brown, T. Higgins, and I guess that's Mike Williams.
Ooh,
San Diego.
All right.
Go ahead.
We'll start with we'll go clockwise. Gene, what you think?
I feel like AJ Brown got to be one, right? Just because he knew they gonna force him the ball. You know, he's a new toy for Philly. That has to be one. You said Sutton, T. Higgins, and who else?
Mike Williams.
And Mike Williams, man. Let me see. Who's the matchup? Who's
T. Higgins playing against Pittsburgh. Mike Williams
right?
playing against Las Vegas.
Yeah, man. I'm gonna go with it's a lot of weapons.
You got Sutton playing against Seattle too. So
yeah, I'm gonna go with I'm gonna rock with Sutton because he out there with your boy Russell. So I rock with Sutton and AJ Brown. Because I feel like T. Wiggins got a lot of weapons around him, so they can go either way. You know what I mean? He could not get a lot of targets. And same thing with Mike Williams. He got Keenan Allen, but Mike Williams was almost guaranteed to get you a touch at least early in the game last year. But I'm gonna roll with AJ Brown and Sutton.
what about you?
What you think?
Oh, me? I'm gonna go AJ Brown and Sutton. Because the DBs, I'm not 100% sold on the DBs in Seattle. And then, like you said, I think they're going to emphasize on AJ Brown. He's playing against Detroit. They got that young corner, but I think they're going to emphasize about him.
Yeah, I'm surprised, man. I'm taking Higgins for sure. I think that's the game. I think Cincinnati threw for Joe Burrow threw for like 500 yards against Pittsburgh last year, something crazy like that.
No, I thought it was Kansas City.
I think he went off against Pittsburgh too, though. I can't remember.
Against a few people.
But yeah, I'm definitely throwing Higgins in there. just because of the offense. Joe Burrow, they was debating at first if he was going to play the first week, but that probably was just for show. The number 2, I think I'm gonna go Mike Williams. You know,
Be the contrary.
because Las Vegas, what's that? Las Vegas and San Diego. I think that game gonna be
LA.
numbers. Huh?
LA.
Nah, Raiders. They're playing against the Raiders.
He said
Raiders.
Las Vegas and San Diego.
Yeah, no.
Oh,
Yeah,
right. LA. Yeah, I forgot. But yeah, I think that name gonna be numbers. That game gonna be numbers. And you know, they was talking about this might be the year that Mike Williams takes that number 1 spot. So yeah, I gotta see AJ Brown in certain new situation. So I just gotta see it first, based off. I mean, you got a good group of wide receivers to choose from, so you really can't go wrong.
Yeah, I'm interested to see what Sutton and AJ Brown do, but I would pick AJ just because they brought him in to be the man. So I can't imagine them not trying to utilize him early and often in this matchup today. But all right, we'll take one more and then we'll preview a couple games. Miles Sanders or DJ Moore for flex.
DJ Moore.
PPR.
Yeah, that's the receiver from Carolina.
I'm going with Miles.
No, I go with Miles Sanders. He gives you rushing and they're a running team. Philadelphia's a running team, so I get it. Philadelphia. He can catch too.
My whole thing with Philly though is what if the quarterback take all the touchdowns, all the rushing touchdowns, the opportunity close in.
Yeah.
Yo, Miles Sanders said do not play him. He said
on the like sneak tip though, DJ Moore had 93 catches last year for 1,150 yards, so and 4 touches. So
and that was with a stiff at quarterback last year.
Yeah. So
he got a stiff this year.
Look, at least he active stiff.
right. You got a better stiff. So I mean, and he ain't got no other weapons beside him, right? Like who else he have on? Well, I mean, of course he got Christian McCaffrey, but
that's the only competition.
They still got Robbie Anderson.
He ain't gonna do nothing.
Yeah, he ain't gonna take no targets away from DJ Moore though. So I mean, I don't know. I would go with Miles Sanders just because he's a back, like Jose said, like he can run and he'll get catches. You know, but then you do got to worry about the goal line touches because you know your boy's gonna do that read option joint, gonna pull up out his belly at the goal line and go run it in for itself.
So a reason why I'm taking DJ Moore is because look, they got Ward back there as corner. They got that D line that's gonna go after Baker Mayfield. And then you got Christian McCaffrey. They're gonna be dumping it off to him all day. Like I don't see DJ Moore really. I gotta see it first. That's just me. This is the first game of the season.
I mean, I'm going with Miles
Baker
Sanders.
Mayfield is a wide receiver killer. Okay, you've seen it.
Who is? Who? Oh, Baker Mayfield. Yeah, but if he only got one wide receiver to throw the ball to,
it's Mike McCaffrey.
That's why he was in Cleveland. I mean,
he had Landry and Beckham. Yeah, somebody else. He had weapons in Cleveland.
he killed both of them.
He said he killed both of them.
I think Landry had a decent season. He just ignored Beckham. Beckham was the one that suffered from him being there.
Yeah, but Landry do what he do, catch them little mid-range junks. And all right.
Yeah.
So look, let's see. Let's get into it, man. First game we get into. Let's go to New Orleans and Atlanta Falcons. The over-under as far as point total is 42. New Orleans giving 5 points. What y'all think, man? Y'all think famous Jameis? Yeah, he ready to take over the helm and actually they're gonna let him try to be his old self, or you think he gonna have the governor on him, but he only taking what the defense is giving him.
Yo, I'm rooting for Jameis, yo. Like I think Jameis, if they take the governor off, man, I think
taking it off. They taking it off.
I think Jameis gonna have like 4,500 yards, 40 touchdowns, 20
interceptions,
20 picks, right? Because he's still Jameis. I'm gonna do 20. I'm gonna do 20 or less picks for James. Between 15 and 20. I hope we get it to about 13, honestly. But I'm gonna be real realistic. Between 13 and 20 picks, 40 touchdowns, man, for at least 4,500 yards, maybe more because it's 17 games. That's how I'm going with James. And you know what? That's my hot talking because I'm rooting for James. James can still sling it, yo. He just
All right, so,
Yeah, I think he's gonna do good.
all
I
right,
got
man.
him as
So
one of my outperformed teams.
what's the situation? So we got Alvin Kamara, right? And then
Mike Thomas.
Michael Thomas.
Jarvis
Anybody sold on Michael Thomas returning the form?
Nah, I'm not sold yet. I gotta see the first game.
yeah, I am. Because they don't know other receivers.
They got
Look,
Landry. They got
Look,
Olave.
I'm just gonna say this. I'm just gonna say this now. Olave, I need him to come and pay dividends.
Yes, I got him too.
I'm hoping Thomas fall off a bit.
Nah.
at least fall off enough to make some room for him.
I'm high on Michael Thomas. I just don't know if he'll get, because you got Drew Brees that really didn't have an arm, right? So I feel like a lot of that was Drew Brees was forced to throw a lot of them, intermediate passes to Michael Thomas. So I don't know if he'll get 105 catches again, but I do think he'll be around the 80 mark, 80, 85, 90 as long as he play the whole season.
So Michael Thomas, they said he finished as wide receiver 41 at fantasy points per game the last time he was on the field. But he had decent metrics where he 24th in routes run per yards per route and 4th in target share. So we definitely know he need to get if he's gonna produce, he's gonna need that target share.
But he wasn't healthy last time he was on the field, right? Like, you know what I mean?
He's been healthy in a while, apparently.
Yeah. So he been out for what, a year and a half? I think he should be okay. I'm going with Michael. I'm high on Michael Thomas.
When's the last time you seen a receiver get older, injured, and get better?
But how old is he though? Let me see. How old is he?
I'm not saying he old. I'm saying he got older. Right.
He hasn't played since 2019.
But wasn't a lot of that
time, though?
Right, but wasn't right. He's 29, and wasn't a lot of that him just not wanting to play too though? Like, do we even really know how hurt he really was?
I mean, he's questionable right now, so he ain't even 100% healthy.
We talking about Michael Thomas, right?
I mean, but it's people out there who's starting. I mean,
this Joker had 149 catches in 2019, yo.
Right. Ridiculous numbers.
Yo,
so two people I'm interested in on Atlanta side, right, is one, the Atlanta running back situation, Cordero Patterson, and then they got Damian Williams and Tyler Algier backing them up. Like, what you gotta expect out of that situation? And the other thing is Kyle Pitts. Like, people drafted Kyle Pitts like he was the next Kelsey. Yeah. Right. So
I got Kyle Pitts on all my he's on my outperform list for today. I got Kyle Pitts. He's my number one. I'm sold on him.
Oh man, look, you better if you drafted him as high as he was going.
Where'd you draft him at, Jose?
Huh?
Where'd you get him at?
I think I got him second round.
Second round?
Yeah.
He was drafting.
I got him because that was the snake. That was like 12. So basically,
you must have got him right after Kelsey.
Yeah, I did.
Right before.
Yeah. Oh man! All right.
Don't get silent. We'll see. We get a whole season.
Any juice worth squeezing in that Atlanta backfield? You think Cordero Patterson? He helped me out last year.
No,
I think the rookie's gonna shine. Was it Algier or something like that?
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, I got him during the midseason starting to pick up on, but I think Patterson is going to be the workhorse for right now.
All right, let's go to the next game. We got on deck. San Fran versus Chicago.
Oh, I'm loving this game.
Yo, San Fran.
Let me sip on this
game. That's Chicago, right?
Yeah, but it's raining. It's raining too.
Look, if San Fran, they favored by 7 in an away game.
What a quarterback that ain't really hardly ever played or been successful.
Right. And the over-under is about 40. Is at 41.5.
Let me say this: I have Elijah Mitchell at running back. It's raining. He got Trey Lance as his quarterback. I'm loving this matchup, yo. If you got a Elijah Mitchell, like I feel like he should at least get 25 carries today.
So this the battle of the young whippersnappers at quarterback, right? With Trey Lance and Justin Fields.
Yeah.
I imagine that they should at least be while they may not play great, there should at least be some fantasy production between the two of them. Who would y'all rather have between Lance and Justin Fields?
Lance.
I'm gonna say Lance because I think Fields is the better player right now.
Thank you.
But Lance has more weapons and he has better coaching. And Shanahan will put them in situations to be successful.
Well, Chicago, they got a new coach, right? This is his first year. So we'll see.
I wish I would have got Mooney. Like I drafted Ayuk. I think
good. No, you're fine with him. He's gonna go up there.
If you guys didn't know,
I think Mooney gonna have a better year than Ayuk. You know, I mean, he did last year already, but I think it's gonna happen again. So,
but I'm high on both the running backs from this game. Like I feel like, you know, if you got any other starting backs in this game, you should be okay. Like definitely.
So look, so while Elijah Mitchell is not on the injury report, somebody who I'm familiar with, because I drafted him 2 years straight. That man George Kittle, he questionable for Sunday.
Already.
Yeah, I would bench him. He has a second grade groin injury.
Yeah, they say it's a surprise if Kittle plays on Sunday.
Yeah, I would bench him for right now. But he's going to be a focal point on this offense, especially for a rookie quarterback. You know, so it's a good pickup. But that's why I got him on my team too. But I also got Comet.
Oh, Cole Kmet.
Cole Kmet, yeah. I think he's going to do well. I think it's going to be Mooney and him with the catches on that team.
All right, let's take another question real quick. Well, we kind of already settled this one. This one was AJ Brown versus Mike Williams. I think we all, for the most part, unless y'all tell me different, everybody said AJ Brown over Williams, right?
I said Mike Williams.
Oh, you said Mike Williams?
Yeah.
I think somebody that Lazard and
it says okay, fellas, who would be the best Packers wide receiver by a year in?
And Watson
Lazard or let's see. Terrence, go ahead, start off, Terrence. Who you got between? Who the best receiver?
I picked up Lazard or Lazard, and I don't like it.
Already, huh?
Already. I mean, he, and this is a gut feeling. Just listening to him in the interviews, to me, he talked like he already got it. You know what I mean? Like it's already him, and I don't really see the dog in him. You know what I mean? I don't see it. You know, like not like Devontae Adams. I'm not saying that he should be a Devontae Adams, but I just don't even see him being the number one. So, I mean, I don't know what type of condition Watkins is in.
Yeah, I was gonna say he ain't even list Watkins in that conversation.
Yeah, I mean, but out of past experience, I like Watkins, but like I said, I don't know. Watkins been getting passed around, so I don't. That's a hard one for me, man. That's a hard one for me. But I don't think it's gonna be Lazard.
They passed Watkins around like he had a frat party.
I know, right? I don't know what type of frat parties you do. No,
oh, man. I'm talking about the bruise.
That's what they do with your frat parties, Jose. They pass it around.
No.
Pass around the drink.
That's a negative. That's a negative. No, but I like Dobbs and Christian Watkins or Watson.
Nah.
Those are my two that I think that's gonna shine.
With a name like Romeo, you gotta do something.
Yeah, he got the dog in him. He got a dog in him. He just drops a lot of passes.
That's big. That's part of being a productive receiver. It's catching the ball. Like, we know that for a fact. All right, man. Let's see. There's another interesting game. We touched on this earlier. Steelers versus Cincinnati. So, right, that's kind of like a rivalry game. Pittsburgh looks to be, a little down this year. They got a new quarterback situation going on. The over under is 44.5 though, so nice point total. Cincy favored by 6.5. Look. So, y'all think Mike Tomlin can resurrect Mitch Trubisky, make him useful tool? What you think, Gene?
Yeah, actually, maybe because I've been watching NFL shows all morning, man. They done sold me. I feel like Mitch Trubisky's gonna throw for 5,000 yards and 50 touchdowns now. I don't know what it is, yo. Like Mike Tomlin done sold me, man. But I like him because I think he's in a system that's gonna be disciplined. You know what I mean? He's not gonna be able to be, and he has better coaching than he had when he was in Chicago. So. If he can't,
they talk about his coach in Chicago like it was a crime.
Yeah. So I think, like, you know what I mean, he ain't gonna come out like Drew Brees in his prime or nothing. But I think he'll definitely be a serviceable like number 2 quarterback if you have him, or like a flex player.
Okay, man. I'm gonna say I drafted Najee Harris, man, and I don't think I drafted anybody with so much trepidation, like and so much like. What's the word? Almost guilt. I was like, man, I'd rather this dude. Ain't no way he's gonna repeat that touchdown performance that he had last year.
Not true, because his value is in his workload, right?
Yeah.
You know what I mean?
I like that.
But look, he's not gonna give you a lot of like 5 yards of carry or nothing, but his value is just in the fact that he's gonna always get to work.
That's the only thing. That's the only thing I'm counting on. I basically made that pick basically just purely off the numbers, no emotion involved. And then as soon as I drafted him, all emotion came to me. Like, damn, why you picking him?
Nah, it's a good pick.
You could have got so-and-so at receiver.
It's a good pick because, like, he don't have a high ceiling, but he don't have a low floor either. Especially with Mitchell Trubisky.
I think Najee kid. I think he can be top 3 running back this year. So just like you said, just based off the work. His catching, all of that.
Yeah. It's that whole Le'Veon Bell thing. Like, I never understood why everybody thought Le'Veon Bell was so great, right? And then of course when he went somewhere else, he wasn't great. I was like, yo, he gets like 31 carries and 10 targets every game, averages 3.8 yards a carry. You know what I mean? He gets so much work that you can't help but to have good numbers, especially if you're in the PPR league.
Jose, who do you want on outside of Deontay Johnson between Claypool and Pickens?
Pickens.
Pittsburgh. Pickens. You rather have him rest of the season?
Yeah, rest of the season I had to have Pickens because he reminds me so much of both with Hines Ward and who's that one we had? I mean, not we had. They had before. Santonio Holmes.
Santonio.
Yeah, he man, that he gonna be the truth. He's definitely gonna take a lot of targets. But that team, I think they're gonna be well balanced. They got Najee, they got Pickens, they got Deontay Johnson. They also got Freiermuth. I really think Freiermuth is going to be that safety blanket for Trubisky.
I can see Freiermuth getting his numbers picking up just based on if Trubisky is going to resurrect his career, it'll probably be from him just being more efficient in terms of his play, and so I can see the tight end.
I see Claypool been gone. I see him. I see not. They're not going to resign him.
Man, he would have games. Y'all remember he had games where he just like explode and then he disappeared.
Right.
And he the type of guy that I hate on head to head. Because you be like, man, if I put him in, he might mess around. He'll win the game for me or lose it.
I think somebody. I think there's a question out there.
Let's say it looks like Hunter Renfro is out. Let me see on the inactive report. Right now, it's saying that I'm not seeing him on there. I'm not seeing him on the inactive list at the moment.
No, I don't see him inactive. I see him active.
Yeah, right now he's listed as active. All right, so we got another question. It says pick 2, full PPR. Damian Harris, Kareem Hunt, and Breece Hall.
Who's going first?
We'll start with you, Jose.
I'm going with Hunt and Breece Hall. I'm going with Hunt because they're going to balance that. Him and Chubb, they have good enough balance between. They can get points between each other. There's going to be Bryce Hall and Michael Carter is going to do the same thing. I know they're going against the Ravens, but I still think Breece Hall, he has that speed and he can also catch. So, and they're going to try to, give him the ball to get him started. Damian Harris going against Miami. Reason why I'm not picking Damian Harris, I don't like that whole offensive coordinator, 2 offensive coordinator. I don't know how they're going to play. I think they're going to suck this year unless they change something. But Matt Patricia, if he's calling plays, good luck. I'm sorry. I'm not picking no offense from Patriots. You got to show me.
Yeah, that's all. Look, when they had regular offense coordinators calling plays, he had to show me when it came to a Patriots running back. You
got Reuben Stevenson there too. He good.
All right, let's next game up on the slate. We have what we going with? All right, we go with pick up the Patriots and Dolphins. They actually got an over under 47 points this week. Patriots favored by, the Dolphins favored. I guess the home favorite. They got 3, favored by 3. So what y'all think, man? This new and improved Miami Dolphin offense with Tyreek Hill, right? And Chase Edmonds. They look basically. They told
Jose on that.
Yeah, look. So Jose, they bring in Mostert at running back. They got Chase Edmonds. They bring him in to be the man.
Yeah, they got Myles Gaskin. Yep. They got Akeem. He's the 4th running back. Yeah, I'm sold on them, 100%.
It starts at the QB though.
Yeah, I'm sold on him too. I got him a couple. I'm sold on him. He's going to be the new improved Drew Brees out there. He's going to be. He's a better Garoppolo. He's just a better Garoppolo. They're going to throw it to Waddle. They're going to throw it to Cedric Wilson. They're going to throw it to Gesicki, and they're going to throw it to Tyreek Hill. And then that running game is going to be ridiculous. I think Mostert's going to have the game. I think he's going to start it. I think they're going to have a good balance, but Mostert's going to get that home run touches. So I got him about 20 touches a game, maybe 16, but they're going to be like 16 for like 80, 2 touchdowns.
All right, Terrence, what's your thoughts on Tyreek Hill effect on and Jalen Waddle? Jalen Waddle, he was a target monster last year. What do you think that's effect is going to have on him?
Well, Waddle was pretty good last year, but I think Waddle's still going to do his thing. He's still going to be. I think he was a wide receiver 2 last year, so I think he's still in that category. I do think the offense, they're going to really try to get Hill involved. I think he's gonna be a monster this year, and I'm not saying that just because I just drafted him, but I know, you know how you play with Andy Reid, man. We know how Andy Reid is. Andy Reid, he be just having some quirks about him sometimes, and we saw him, when he had players just not using the way we would expect him to use them. But I think
it disappoints you.
Yeah, but I think Tyreek Hill, I think they really see that he's a talent, and they're gonna try to get the ball in his hands and see what he can do with it. So, could we look at Damian Harris though? When did Damian Harris die? Because people just dropped this man like New England ain't run the ball like they ain't have a game last year where they just ran the ball like 100 times.
So look, I'm glad you brought that up, right? Because I was looking at, and they did a comparison. It says last year with Damian Harris playing 39% or higher snaps, and with Stevenson active, touches per game, Damian had 18, Ramondre had 8. Total yards per game was Damian Harris had 80, Ramondre Stevenson 54. Red zone opportunities was 23-5 in favor of Damian Harris.
That's what I'm saying. I'm like, where did Bill Belichick say that it's over for Stevenson? I mean, I just ain't seen it nowhere. So I don't know.
Now that's true. I mean, that's the one thing you can count on. You probably can count on is that they're gonna run the ball. They're gonna have some opportunity. But they just try to grind it down somebody's throat.
There's a written rule since the Corey Dillon years in fantasy with New England. You never pick a New England running back unless you have to,
That's true.
Like they running back will get 120 yards on 20 carries 1 week and get 5 touches the next week,
That's true.
Like you never trust the Patriots running back. That's just mine.
Well, I definitely stuck to it. If I didn't have to, I didn't draft him. But but like Terrence said, it's not to say that Damian Harris he shouldn't fall off a cliff.
He had 15 touchdowns last year.
There's no indication.
But we don't think it's him though, right? Like we don't think Damian Harris is going to be the problem. It's going to be just the way they use Damian Harris and how they decide from game to game.
I hope y'all remember that when we go over the Raiders, because you got the coordinator who was in that with the Damian Harris and the whole thing running the Raiders. So if you're looking for Josh Jacobs to be the same, he's going to be the new Damian Harris.
Okay. Something to think about.
But I feel like they've been doing that in New England when Josh McDaniels was dead, when he left, when he came back. It's always been that way in New England. So I feel like it's more of a Bill Belichick thing than it is a Josh McDaniels thing. No. Yeah, Josh McDaniels. Right? Josh McDaniels, right?
Yeah.
So we did Philly. All right. What's your thoughts on next game we'll go to? We'll go to let's go to the home team. And I'm gonna tell you, I don't have a whole lot of confidence this year with the Commanders, but right now they're basically they're home favorite, but basically it's a pick'em game because they only favored by 3. I actually can see Jacksonville pulling an upset. The over under is 44, and what's your thoughts on Gene on Trevor Lawrence this year?
I mean, so in all transparency, I was the only person in the world that thought Trevor Lawrence was overrated at Clemson. I was just like, I don't really see it. Like, it's forced. With that said, though, I think he got to take a jump this year, right? He got weapons. ETN is healthy. He got a lot of his weapons back. So I feel like he's going to definitely take a leap. So I actually have him in one of my flex position in one of my leagues. So I'm not going to say I'm high on him, but I do think, like I say, for a second quarterback or for a flex spot, I think he's serviceable. So, that's how I feel about Lawrence.
All right. I got one for you, Terrence. Better backfield, considering that Robinson is out currently. At this moment in time, better backfield. Travis Etienne and James Robinson or Antonio Gibson and J.D. McKissic?
Good one.
Yeah. Yeah, I'm going to have to go with the Commanders on this one.
Thank you. Good.
That's my answer.
You gonna go from the liar?
Close though. Close.
Man, I think with with them getting rid of the coach from last year, I think that there's an opportunity for Travis Etienne and Robinson to be nice. I just haven't seen it just yet, so I'm always in terms of playing fantasy. I'm always like, I temper my expectations until I at least get a chance to see what the ingredients look like after a game or two. So I like Gibson and McKissick at the moment, but I definitely think Travis Etienne, with their new offense, new coaching staff, has the opportunity to. From what I'm hearing, James Robinson is pushing them for touches. So let's see. Any Jose, what's your thoughts on the receiver matchup between Kirk and McLaurin? Who you think will have a better day? Christian Kirk.
Man, that's tough because I really don't trust Wentz, man. But I really think McLaurin's gonna have the better day, but my gut's going with Christian Kirk because he gonna be the slot guy.
Yeah, they say he was targeted 36% of the time in the preseason routes while playing 50% of the snaps in the slot position.
Yeah, I'm my gut's going with Kirk, but I gotta just see how Wentz do with McLaurin because I didn't see them really connect in the preseason at all. So I'm gonna go with Christian Kirk. Ooh, that hurts.
All right. Next up, let's take a look at. I think we kind of touched on the Cleveland and Carolina players. We talked about DJ Moore.
That's
talked about the
tough,
Cleveland backfield.
Because you got Brissett starting.
Yep.
That's
11 weeks.
I ain't picked no receivers for them. I just picked the running backs.
I mean, that's really the only thing we're grabbing. They got Amari Cooper, but with Brissett there.
Dean, talk about it. Is Cooper going to do good over there in Cleveland?
I don't know, man. Like, I don't know. Like, I don't know, man. Like, that's that's an enigma, man. Like, I mean, he's gonna always be open, right? Because he's Cooper, you know. But he's not like an overpowering type of receiver where you have to get the ball to. So it's gonna be interesting.
Yeah, it should be interesting. I do have one person that I expect to have a decent, even with Brissett at quarterback, and that's David Njoku. He my sleeper tight end for the year. Is just based on the fact that how athletic he is, the fact that I don't believe Brissett is a guy that's gonna like the world on fire. I think he'll use it tight end a lot. And they said last year he was fifth in yards after catch per reception last year. Anybody who had 20 or more targets.
So when does Watson come back? Was it 12 week 12?
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
But it may not happen this week because Carolina is pretty staunch against the tight end. But I see him over the course of the season having a nice year. Man, should we anything to talk about with the Colts and Texans? We know you starting. Yeah. We starting Jonathan Taylor, of course.
Damian Pierce,
Michael Pittman. Who'd you say, Jose?
I like Damian Pierce. I like I forgot his name. The receiver that went to Patriots and Rams. Brandon Cooks, yeah.
Cooks.
And I like Jordan, the tight end. I like
that they got the number one offense in the league is what you tell
No. We're talking about fantasy points. Talk about fantasy points. I'm gonna get that clear.
I mean, we know my man gonna rush for 150, so they gonna have another in the air. They gonna have another 300 in the air.
Nah. I mean, don't get me wrong. I like Davis Mills. Like I picked him up on a couple fantasy DraftKings spots. I really do.
Speaking about that 150, Gene, they said Jonathan Taylor last year averaged 23 carries, 144 yards against the Texans last year.
There you go. Boom. Just like that.
That's crazy.
Oh.
All right. Let's see. With New York Giants, Tennessee Titans. Now
Ooh.
listen, I drafted Saquon this year. Like
I think
Gene,
he's
you
gonna
had
do
him
good.
last year, right?
Mm-hmm. Mistake, big
So-
mistake in my life.
So I'm going with the age old adage that the best time to fly is out the plane crash. Everybody on high alert and on their P's and Q's, right?
Safe. Yeah,
And
everything
so I'm like,
safe.
he can't.
Safety up.
There's no way he can get hurt again and be that bad again.
Actually, it's just the opposite for injury, so that's the
I know.
wrong take. You just said it with Michael Thomas. You know what I'm saying?
That's like so. The one thing I say is that he's had different. Like it's not like a chronic thing. He's had different issues. I think somebody stepped on his ankle last year that put him out.
Yeah.
So I'm hoping that he can return to form this year, where it's not a. But look, but people think about what's name's in the same boat this year. He finally got hurt. He finally looked human. Derrick Henry. So I asked you, Gene, between Derrick Henry and Saquon Barkley. No, not Gene. You jaded. I asked Sleeper King. Between Derrick Henry and Saquon Barkley, who you think had a better year this year?
Call me Jade. I think that's a.
I want to think Saquon. He got more to prove. Plus, I heard him on the pivot.
Oh.
You know, I think he got more to prove. He got a lot of things going on. Like he's ready.
I think that.
I think
I can't imagine him not getting targets in the passing game and the majority of snaps. In the backfield. So I'm like the volume will be there. He just got to stay healthy. Terrence, what's your thoughts on the Giants receiving core?
Garbage.
Is Kadarius Toney worth taking a chance on?
Kadarius, I'm hurt every other week. Tony, we don't even know who he is.
Yo,
you know what I mean? Like, you talk about a guy with all potential. You know what I mean? Like,
Man, listen, he was having injuries in the middle of the week. Like he was having an injury in the game and then get another injury in a week. I'm like, come on,
right? I'm like, the season. How you hurt all the time? I mean, I don't even know why we be talking about. I drafted him in the league just because he's always talked about, and they saying he got a lot of potential. I don't know, but so I got him like really low. I think it was like the last round, but eventually he gonna have to do something, So I'm not the Giants. I don't. I like Saquon Barkley is probably the only person, from the Giants. I don't agree with that. He's gonna be better than Derrick Henry, but they both coming off injuries, so it could go either way, really.
Okay, that's what's up. Got any more questions? We had Waddle. I see you answered, Jose. Waddle or Damian Harris in that flex. What you think, Gene? Jalen Waddle or Damian Harris at full PPR?
Waddle. I don't trust New England running back, yo. Waddle.
Yeah, I mean, full PPR, you got to go Waddle on that.
Waddle.
That's all right, we take another game. With let's see, Minnesota and Green Bay. This should be a nice over under 48 points. Green Bay favored by 2 points. I actually got
I got Minnesota.
I got Minnesota winning.
Yeah, I got Minnesota.
We got Rodgers and his band of merry men at wide receiver. But we got the backfield still intact. So this is the way it went last year between Aaron Jones and AJ Dillon. Aaron Jones averaged 13.3 touches per game. AJ Dillon 12.8. Total yards per game. Aaron Jones 82. AJ Dillon 60, basically 61. And red zone opportunity. AJ Dillon had 13 versus 3 for Aaron Jones. And Aaron Jones ran 76 routes compared to 54 by AJ Dillon. So we know we're getting the majority of the goal line work between the two. Let's see. Jose, I'm gonna let you take this. I know you get excited about You was excited about KJ Osborne last year. What's going on with the Minnesota receiving corps?
I think Jefferson's gonna go off. They just picked up Reagan from Eagles.
Really?
I think he's gonna get some catches, but their receiving core is going to be majority from. It's going to be Jefferson, Irv Smith, Thielen's still going to be up there, and then a sprinkle of Osborne mixed with Regan or Rio or whatever.
This game has a fantasy breakout sleeper of the whole season of the NFL, yo.
Okay.
Now we got a hot take.
Yo, it's gonna be
Breaking
my man
news.
got an offensive coordinator, O'Connell back. He got weapons. DC.
Oh yeah, Kirk Cousins. Yeah. I got him.
Kirk Cousins is going off in 2022.
Yeah, I got him.
Kirk Cousins.
He's
You heard it here first.
Off in 2022. If you heard it here. He got his old coordinator. He got weapons. He going off, yo.
So, where you got him at? Top what?
I got him top 6, yo, and quarterback points for fantasy this year, yo. Top 6. Matter of fact, we supposed to write. We ain't go back last year on the stuff that we talked about. We supposed to write this stuff down, yo.
Oh yeah, the picks,
Yo,
predictions.
Kirk going off, yo. I'm going hard on this like Terrence went hard on KJ Osborne first week last year.
You mean Jose?
Me.
I'm sorry, Jose. Yeah, I'm putting it all out there, yo. My whole rep on the line for Kirk Cousins this year, yo.
Nah, I agree with you. I totally agree with you. I think he's going to have a great year. He got weapons around him. I mean, there's no excuses now. Like,
Man, listen.
I really think they're going to win the North.
This might be my inner commander coming up in me, but Kirk Cousins is going to Kirk Cousins.
But he's never bad though. Like that's the thing. Like I don't know where he got this stigma.
That's my thing. I didn't say he's gonna be bad. I'm just saying Kirk Cousins going Kirk Cousins. He ain't gonna be great. He gonna make it look like he's ready to be great, and then he's gonna stall it down. right when you're ready to commit, he gonna let you down. So he gonna have a few flashes, but he's not gonna make the what's my man name Herbert. He's not gonna be in that Herbert conversation. He's not gonna be in the Josh Allen conversation where you must start. I don't see it.
I would say this. I mean, as a Commander fan, looking back on how we treated Kirk Cousins, we did him wrong. Like based on our quarterbacks since then, I think Kirk Cousins. We should have paid the man.
Yeah, I think so.
But yeah, so I don't know. I think even that year with the Commanders, he didn't do bad. He just kept. I don't know if you remember that year. Our defense was so bad that year. Like they was dropping like 30 points.
Yo, so let me say this:
35.
So let me sidetrack this conversation from fantasy and just go to what y'all talking about with just football. I had a conversation with somebody the other night watching the Thursday night game. And it's weird how people don't understand the business of the NFL and how they view quarterbacks. So, and we're going to get to Kirk Cousins and Washington, but I'm going to start here because it led to that. It was Dak shouldn't have got paid. And I'm like, well, why? Like, if you don't pay him, you're not going to find a quarterback for 10 years, right? This is what people just talk like it's their money. I'm like, you're not going to find a quarterback for 10 years, right? So I'm like, why not pay him? Then I said, dude, he's already like the 5th or 6th highest paid quarterback because the money just goes up and up every year. So you might as well just pay him early. So we went to Kirk Cousins, right? They're like, yeah, like the Washington did the right thing by not paying Kirk Cousins. I said, well, they ain't won more than 7 games since he left. So if 5 years since he left, you've been bad, then what's your logic in not paying him? Right? Yo, like his contract would have been up by now. Right. So you couldn't have been no worse than you've been since he left. So people still believe that the right thing to do would have been to not pay Kirk Cousins, which makes no sense logically because you haven't been good since he left. So then the argument to that was, well, what have he done in Minnesota? Minnesota's been better than Washington since he's left. And then the argument to that was, well, but they haven't won a Super Bowl. You know what I mean? It's like it's a weird thing.
So I think with the Commanders is an outlier in the fact that he had a dysfunctional organization behind him. So even if you kept him, it wasn't like they was going to bring weapons in there that was going, or you could trust that they was going to do right by him while he was here. they could have tanked his career. I think it might have worked out. I think it might have worked out better for him.
Right, and that's cool. But from the team point of view, there was no reason to not sign him.
There was no reason. It was no
No,
reason.
it was not.
But
So,
we did fire that president. We realized that was a bad decision. That's why he got fired. So
the thing was really, it was like, okay, can this guy lead you to a Super Bowl? And he was like, no, he can't. So that's why that was based on why they wanted to not give him a contract, right? They didn't think he was going to take him over the top. But
I think that whole leading to Super Bowl thing is lazy. It's lazy with execs. It's lazy with commentators. It's a lazy because it takes the onus away from all the people that need to do their job around them, including the GM and stuff. It's like take Matthew Stafford, yo. Like, you think Matthew Stafford changed that much from Detroit to last year? Nah, he didn't change that much. Like, he just had a different set of circumstances.
Oh yeah, I mean Trent Dilfer can win you a Super Bowl.
Yeah,
I mean, like I said, he look. Not only did they not pay him, but then basically the front office imploded after that. Like it wasn't gonna work regardless.
Yeah,
so
that's true.
Like they still fighting charges. You know what I mean? Like, come on, man. This front office is terrible. And if people looked at it, man, they did a do the favor. Anyway, all right. So lost the battle of LA. Chargers versus Raiders. Now this I think this guy might be the highest over under of the week. I'm not sure what the Rams and Buffalo were going into that game, but over under for LA's game, 52 with the Chargers favored by 3.5. I'm sorry, I said LA. Well, Las Vegas versus LA. Now the Raiders are in Vegas, but Justin Herbert versus Carr. Herbert, is definitely the darling of fantasy. One of the darlings of fantasy next to Josh Allen, from the terms of the young guys and being considered to be in the top 3 discussion this year. What's your thoughts on Derek Carr, Terrence? You think he's gonna have a good year this year? Where he can be?
I mean, he got Devontae Adams, so he better have a good year. They gave the man one of the best receivers in the game. So yeah, I mean, I'm not putting him up there with Herbert, but I think he's gonna have a really good game this week versus Chargers. I think this is gonna be another shootout. So yeah, Carr, if you got him, I will play him.
Okay. What about Jen? What's your thoughts on Keenan Allen versus and Mike Williams? So for me, Keenan Allen is probably the most born top, wide receiver 1 type of receiver last year. I think he finished. What did he finish? He finished number 11 last year. So in the 10-team league, he'd have been a wide receiver 2, but 12-team league, he'd have been a wide receiver 1. But everybody keeps saying Mike Williams is ready to take the helm and take over, but I haven't seen it yet. It ain't like Mike Williams ain't been in the league for a minute.
I don't believe it. I won't believe it till I see it. Like, I'm gonna rock with Keenan Allen until Mike Williams show me something. I had Mike Williams last year, and he had moments where he gave you a couple of big games here and there, but the overall consistency just wasn't there. So, like, if you playing a head-to-head matchups, man, I would roll with Keenan Allen because it's more consistent.
All right, Jose, what's your thoughts?
He's got 100 catches for the last 5 years straight.
Right.
Yeah.
His so it says he was in top 20 in target share. He was 15 and route win rate at 16. So, but they did say his yards per route run have declined each of the last 5 seasons.
Yeah, but I think, like, again, most league now PPR. I mean, he's gonna get the target and the catches. He might not, like, Mike Williams might get more touchdowns and more explosive plays, with the Moss plays, over the top of a defense. But I just think, like, for the long haul, Keenan Allen gonna get you like 90 catches. He might only have like 11 yards per catch, maybe 10, but he might get you 4 touchdowns. Maybe 1,100 yards. It's just more of a guarantee to me until I see it from Mike Williams. Until he takes that number 1 spot. But he's gonna have to take it before I give it to him.
Right. All right. So we had a question in the chat, And Jose, I see you went with Chubb. The question was Nick Chubb or Antonio Gibson. How did you take that with Terrence?
Terrence looked up. Look at
Man,
Terrence looking like what?
Are we serious? Chubb. That's a no-brainer. It's not
All right,
even.
we got a more difficult question because I figured that'd probably be a sweep. It says Pierce, Patterson, or Zeke at running back.
Man, I think people too low on Zeke. Did you already talk about this?
Look, Gene said he drafted both of them, Zeke and Pollard. That's how low he is on Zeke.
I'm high on Pierce.
The Dallas Cowboys man is quiet on this one.
I talked about that already. It's 50-50, yo.
I like Zeke. I think Zeke. I mean, you Dallas Cowboys.
My thing
still got one of the best O lines in the game, right?
Nope. Not anymore.
They missing their tackle right now.
They lost two of the linemen.
No,
They missing the
One
Hall of Fame
is in
tackle.
Cleveland. I like Pierce. Pierce and Patterson. Yep, I'm taking a rookie
from out New York, right?
So you always and you just like Patterson from last year because you made that call last year.
I mean, if it's Pierce, Patterson, or Zeke, man, it's Zeke. But
it's Zeke.
Like that's not even hard, man. Unless you just don't like Zeke, you know what I'm saying?
Right.
But
no, it's just they don't use. I mean, he's consistent to a point. When you talking about fantasy, man, like they split too much with Pollard's really the better back. To be honest, Pollard's really the better back. Zeke don't really
yet to see that.
Here. Zeke don't
I don't
really
disagree with
like
that,
he used
but
to.
he still want to get you a workload, like a workhorse type load, and they're gonna get you some goal line touches. So this is in relation to Patterson and Pierce, not how you feel about Zeke. You know what I'm saying?
Right.
And so
look, Pollard not even in the discussion.
I think Pierce because he's the starting running back. His backup is Burkhead or whatever. He's going to get majority carries. He's that workload. Like I'm looking at a person. He's going to be a dominant 1 and 2 like back. Zeke splits carries. That's what I'm looking at. Zeke splits carries. Patterson, he's going to split carries. Like Pierce not going to really split too many carries. Buckhead's going to come in for those third downs, but it's going to be majority this person, Pierce. Like that's what I look at. I'm not taking away from Zeke. I'm just saying when it comes to those three in this game, I take Pierce. I think he's talking about this game and not the whole season.
Okay, no, it got to be this week. Yeah, got to be this week.
So next game, I think it's pretty self-explanatory. Just thinking about the Cowboys versus the Bucks. Over under is 50. Tampa Bay favored by 1.5, right? But you starting Dak, you starting Brady, you starting Fournette, you even starting Zeke.
They'll start Parsons.
Mike Evans, you starting, right? Who else?
Lamb.
You starting Lamb, right?
Schultz, you definitely starting Schultz.
You definitely starting Schultz, right? Any surprise? Anything that we talked about Pollard being a part of it, but other than that, who else?
Yeah, like I said, in a 14-team league, I'm grabbing both Zeke and Pollard and starting, right? Because you figure you're going to get 115, 120, probably another 40, 50 catching, and at least one of them, if not both of them, will have a touchdown. So you're talking 2 touchdowns out of the running back spot.
Yeah.
So if I'm in a 14-team league where you get a running back with, like, let's say your 7th pick, and you don't come around again to like 26 picks later or something, or 28 picks later, and you get a team's number 2 running back or like low level 1, you might as well just grab them both, you know. So, and if you have them both, play them both. Like that's how I feel about that. Same thing with the San Fran running game, like you guys were talking. Maybe the Jets running game, the Dolphins. You know what I mean? If you're in a 14-team or more league and you get, I would play 2 sets or 1 set of backs.
Right.
I agree with you.
And this is number 1 on that list. Them 1 and San Fran 2. If you can get any of those 2 situations, I will play them both in a 14-team league.
All right. So moving on to the next game, Denver Broncos and Seattle. This will be the last one we review. Russell Williams versus Geno Smith. Let's go from Seattle's perspective. What's your thoughts on Metcalf and Lockett, Terrence? You rolling them? You starting them?
My thoughts are Geno. What else got to be said?
Sorry.
What else we got to
Geno.
say? I mean, come on now.
Okay.
Drop off at quarterback? Like, come on. Like, I don't know. I mean, I hope you prove me wrong, but I mean, Metcalf, shoot, he was struggling even with Russell Wilson that time. So
that's my concern. I'm like, Metcalf is so dependent on like big plays. I think Lockett may be able to salvage some of his, man, because he'll be working a lot of some of his things in the slot. He'll get some slot looks as well. So on the inside, and I'm like, how hard is it to get the ball to him? 10 to 12 yards down the field.
Oh, I was confused. You going with Geno Smith or with
I'm saying Terrence was saying that both the receivers basically the Walking Dead because they got Geno at.
Okay. Yeah,
but
I'm
saying I think Lockett can salvage most of his production just based on the type of routes he run and the fact that he can line up on the inside as well. So
I think they're gonna be the new Detroit.
Wow. Yeah,
New Detroit though.
New Detroit.
Let's see. What do y'all think about Denver's tight end Albert O? I'm not even gonna try to say his name. I'm calling him Albert O.
No,
I don't like him.
All right, go ahead. What's your take, Terrence, versus Jose shaking his head no?
He had a lot of they were saying a lot of good things about him last year.
Right.
But they had the other tight end Font or whatever.
Mm-hmm.
So now that they got rid of Font, which shows me that they really trust this guy. But I think they did draft a tight end too. But yeah, so I like the upside with Russell Wilson. So yeah, I mean it's with the slim pickings at tight end. I think he's definitely playable.
Look, the crazy thing is they got rid of Noah Font, right? And he went to Seattle.
Right. Yeah.
He's like, man, y'all gave me one bum to trade him to another one. Yeah. Oh man. What's your take, Jose? Why you don't like Alberto?
Because for one thing, Wilson has never had a tight end that he throws to. Like, he doesn't throw that middle. He doesn't really throw to tight ends. Like, throughout his whole career, he does not throw to tight ends. His most work is on the outside or deep balls. Like, that's all he really does. He don't really work the middle. And if he does, he's going to hit his running back, Devontae, was it Williams?
I feel my inner Coming to America coming on the barbershop saying, he ain't lying.
He
is good. He is good.
Oh, man. All right, man. So look, we're gonna try to wrap it up, man. I say we'll go through. You give 1 to 3 people that you find that you down on this week that you think will disappoint, and then somebody that you think will outperform. We'll start with you, Jose. I think you probably ready.
Yeah, I'm down on Aaron Rodgers this week, and I'm down on Lamar Jackson, just because.
Don't say that.
Aaron Rodgers, he got some inconsistency with receivers. I think he's going to be really throwing to his running backs this week, and there are going to be a lot of drops out there. I might be wrong, but I haven't seen them connect. And then Lamar Jackson, he's coming off that dispute with his contract.
His mom's agent, he ain't signed a deal. Well, look, some people say he might be inclined to try to show out since he betting on himself.
Yeah, but he hasn't really played. I haven't seen him. I gotta see him play first, but I really think he's gonna be down against the Jets. I think the Jets gonna go after him a lot. For the I got 2 that's gonna really 3 that's gonna outperform. I think James Winston is gonna outperform Kyle Pitts and Justin Jefferson. I think they're gonna go out because like what Gene said, man, I'm really high on Kirk Cousins this year. that whole offense. I think they're gonna be good this year.
Okay.
But that's my 3.
You need 3.
What about you, Gene?
No, I
need
gave
3.
I gave it.
Oh, they just gave 3. Okay, because that's all right. So I'm down on. Well, actually, I'm high on Travis Etienne from the Jacksonville. I think he did a lot of touches, a lot of work. So I'm definitely high on him. I think I'm high on Jared Goff as a surprise. I think like as a quarterback too, I think with St. Brown enough, I think like he gonna be on a redemption tour this year. Yo. Like I don't think he gonna have like a great season or nothing, but I don't think he's gonna be terrible. Look at Jose's face. I'm telling you, that's a shocker.
Now that's a sleeper king type of move.
Sleeper king special right there.
That's a sleeper king special right there.
I'm not signing off on that.
But a part of me wants to be down on Green Bay wide receivers, but I feel like somebody got to emerge as a top threat. So I know I kind of cheated with that one right there. You know what I mean? Like somebody got to get the ball. So that's why I can't be down on Aaron Rodgers, because I think Aaron Rodgers is going to make it work. I'm also down on Antonio Gibson, Like, even though he's gonna get all the work and for the first couple of weeks, man, it's just something about him that's just missing. Like, he just don't have it, man. Like he's had a ton of opportunities and a ton of chances, and all this potential that we've been talking about for the last 2-3 years, we have yet to see it. So I'm definitely down on Antonio Gibson.
All right. Gene trying to end this joint to try to get the Commanders fans riled up. We ain't gonna fall for it. All right, so who you got? Who you liking this week? That expect to outperform, and who you expect to disappoint?
Who you said me or Jose?
Yeah, no, you. Who's your baller for the week, and who's your Bama for the week?
Yeah, so I'm very high on Marquise Brown this week. I think him and Kyler Murray are gonna do something. I think they're gonna light it up. Y'all gonna be mad. I'm down on AJ Brown. I mean, I need Jalen Hurts. I gotta see it. I gotta see the accuracy. I gotta see I gotta see what the offensive, coordinator, what the coach gonna do. So I'm also down on, and I'm just sound like I'm hating on people, but Pittman. He was drafted pretty high, wide receiver from Indianapolis Colts. And I guess that's because of Matt Ryan. They thought Wentz was just that bad, but I don't see him doing too much better than what he did last year based off, I don't know why he was drafted like that. So yeah, that's right.
Okay.
Yeah, Marquise Brown.
All right. I actually like T. Higgins this week. I like T. Higgins. I like who else? I like T. Higgins to outperform. I like look, I actually like Jonathan Taylor, right? So the expectation that he's gonna do great. I got him just eclipsing his one. I actually got him eclipsing 140.
Hold on. What did you say? Did you say Jonathan Taylor? That's your sleeper? Is that what you said?
No, I expect him to outperform.
Outperform.
His so his expected total right now.
His expectation is probably number one.
Yeah.
What you doing?
I got him. Look, I got him in number. I got him. They got him in number 2 for my rankings.
So wow, that's a bold take. That's a bold take, Rodney.
Yeah, man, I ain't see that coming
out there.
But then also, I got James Conner at from Arizona.
Okay, that's a good one.
James Conner from Arizona.
I can't stand James Conner, yo.
He came through for me last year.
For real? James Conner. I don't know what it is, but James Conner.
I meant to say Justin Fields too.
What?
Yeah, Justin Fields.
Listen, you must not know for the season or just for this game.
This week and the season. Let's go. Put it on the board.
I'm telling you right now, that San Fran defense is gonna be top 3.
Jose, I'm with you on Pat Fry move too.
Yeah.
I think he outperformed his ranking this week as well. Yeah. But yeah, now that's
I just
go
got
ahead.
scope on my Trey Lance. He's warming up in the rain.
Jose got live look-ins on.
You are looking live.
Oh man,
Right.
got live look-ins on the joint.
Yeah, compliments of Grant Cohn. He got the inside scoop.
Oh, so, man, hey fellas, that's all I got, man. And if y'all ain't got enough, we're gonna ride out and see what we do this week.
Yeah, good luck
Best
on
of
y'all
luck.
fantasy.
As long as you're not playing me, wish you luck this week.
Yeah, good luck, fellas.
Gene and I league, I'm wishing you bad luck every week since it's all everybody against themselves, every man for themselves.
I'm about to go take this chip.
Both
Both of them, actually.
I don't know
Like
about that. All right, everyone. Good luck. Have a good one.
All right,
Deuces,
fellas.
I'll be safe.
all right.
Later.